by being working hard, being doing here, being at the office, very important, being at the office. Then he actually convinced me at some point that I was going to be good at it. I'm still working on it, but I'm developing myself. So I was going to give you a good example for one person that is actually still working with me, but she's under Maritza. Maritza now was my exchange leg. She is TGA Asia. She's supposed to be working with Jose Gaitan, but because she speaks Spanish only, she's told me Santa Ana was too far for me. They don't speak Spanish there with me. I won't be able to understand anything. And she goes, I'm gonna quit. Now that I know that I'm not gonna be directly with you. And I said, no, freaking no, you're not gonna quit. I want you to come to North Hills. I'm gonna keep working with you, but Jose, what are you gonna get instead? Nothing, but I'm okay with it because God is gonna take care of me later. So the question that Carlos was asking me is this: we need to learn how to work with those people that we're not gonna get anything in return. Still, why? Because if we do, for example, if we choose only the paper that you gave us, Carlos, choose the 20% of this, reactors, people that is gonna be working, doers, etc. It's okay, but we need to understand that if we have one person that keeps insisting on coming to the office, even though that they don't speak English very well, but they are waiting for a word to say in Spanish, we need to make sure that we take care of those as well.
So basically, Jose, you give them an identity, is that what?
That's probably what it is.
So you give them like, oh, I believe in you. So EPR, you give them an identity, and as long as they keep on showing up, they'll grow into the identity. Cool.
Did you see what Carlos? Did you hear what Carlos said? As long as they what?
Keep showing up.
Keep showing up. So they have to do their part.
Yeah.
This is not magic. This is hard work, right? So with Andrea, guess what she did yesterday? She closed a 250 application for the very first time in her life. And she's excited. She's like, oh my God, I closed the app. Yes. Could you, Jose, explain this again to my client because I want everything to be clear? Yes, bring him over to the office. He came to the office. Now he's planning to be a business partner. Now he has a daughter that he said, my daughter is going to get benefit out of this a lot. So that's because of what I did.
Well,
Okay, brother, so repeat the question, because I understood.
So the question is, when people come to the office, but they don't move as fast as they said they were going to.
When people come to the office.
Then they start slowing down. What do you do with them?
slowing down.
What do you do with them?
This is for new people, right?
New people.
New people. So typically, you guys, when someone gets started and they have not momentum, they get started, they show up, and then they stop showing up. What do I do with them? Guys, what I do with them is try to get closer to them, build a relationship. Take them to coffee. Hey, let's go grab lunch. Let's not make it about what? Business. Why? They're already insecure. This is why they're not showing up. Maybe they had a bad appointment. Maybe they made a phone call to a relative, someone that they look up to, and they said, oh, it's probably one of those things. 90% of the time, you guys, it's scenario of disaster. Someone got in their head.
That's right.
So let me tell you what I would do at that point. At that point, you can tell them, hey, why aren't you showing up? That's still pushing back on them. Why? Because they already don't feel good. That's why they're not showing up. There's a reason why people don't show up, you guys. Because their numbers aren't there. They're not making money. They probably haven't had good appointments. So at that point, I have to make it a point to become what? More close to them. More their friend. And why is that? Guys, you're not going to build this relationship, even though Carlos has a son. But guys, what ends up happening is your associates become your family. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Your associates become your family. It's very rare, you guys. You have Jose and Marlene Gaitan with the brother. I mean, how long did it take them to get the family?
Yeah, like
forever.
5 years.
Forever. So at that point, you guys, when someone's distant, I'm not calling them, hacking on them. Oh, why aren't you here? Why aren't you not here? That's not what you need to do with those people. You need to become their friend. Why? Guys, you know how many people we have not lost in the company because they're friends?
Sure.
Because they're close?
How about if it's out of state?
You've got to do whatever you can. And out of state, hey, let's jump on a Zoom. Talk, have a conversation with them. Don't make it all about what? Business. Because, guys, they're not succeeding, they're not winning in business, and that's why they're not showing up. And 9 times out of 10, we don't know. Maybe they're going through marital problems. Maybe someone just passed away. But if we don't get close to them and not make it just business, then guess what happens? See, a lot of times the associate will resent the broker. Why? Because it's all about what? The numbers. You don't care about my family. You don't know what I'm going through. How many times have we heard? You don't know what I'm going through. So at that point, that's where I would say, okay, there's a reason why they're not showing up. Let's go have coffee. Let's go have lunch. Let's get on a phone call.
Let's pick a question out from Zoom.
Okay, Zoomers, what questions do you guys have? Anyone can unmute. You guys like my fan?
Yeah.
Yes.
Looks like a control.
It has a mister. Okay, what's the question, you guys?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Who's speaking?
Ceci.
Ceci, go ahead, Ceci.
So my question is definitely a great point because of what you talked about. Thank you for that and everybody else, I will say. It gives me more clarification on running, a team. My question for you is, how do you treat same point, right? When your associate's not showing up, but they're in another state. How do you treat that? How do you build the relationship or the friendship when it comes to someone that's out of state?
Oh, good one. You ready? Put a star by this one. When was the last time you guys received a handwritten card from someone? Handwritten. Guys, you know that Patrick still sends handwritten cards to both of us? I know Jose's received one. You know how special that makes someone feel? Because
You get birthday cards.
he actually wrote it. He took time to think about you. So what I would do, and I'll let these guys answer, what I would do is write them a personal card, handwritten, send it in the mail directly to them, and pour belief in them. Tell them, maybe you remember something that you guys talked about when you fast started them. When you did their RI, something special, maybe it was their kids. You have to, in that point, you have to remind them, when you write that card, make this very important, you have to remind them of their whys. Why did you get started with PHP? You told me you wanted to have extra money for your kids' sports, right? You told me you wanted this private tutor, right? You told me you wanted to send your kids to private school, right? When you talk to them in handwritten, I promise you, I wish you could have a camera watching them on the other side because they're going to be tearing up. They're going to be tearing up. So that's the first thing I would do. You guys want to,
I would just say build relationships. That's it.
So Carlos said build relationships.
Talk over the phone, stay in contact.
Stay in contact, no matter what, because
Me personally, I forget about people who are too far away. And they're not doing much, so you gotta make sure that and your assistants, to make sure your assistants.
yeah, and that's another thing. If you don't have an assistant, but that's part of your assistant's job, you know what I mean? Keep making you look good, you know what I mean? Maybe it's a birthday that comes up, maybe it's their anniversary, or whatever the
Have them
case.
fly out to, if you can, one of the things I did with some of our guys on the East Coast, I had them fly out to us.
Yeah, so Carlos
For a
said,
fast start school.
yeah, guys, another good thing, have them fly out for a fast start school. And why? Because they have to see the culture, you guys.
Yeah.
The most special thing about PHP, you know what it is, you guys? It's our culture.
Yeah.
You go anywhere else, no one's gonna pick you up on a down day.
Mm-hmm.
You go anywhere else, guess what people are doing in this industry right now? They're at home. They don't have the relationships. Guys, I got here this morning early at 7:30. I see Rob doing an appointment. I'm like, man, are you still in the appointment? I'm so excited. Your freaking field training was sick. And I don't say that easy, bro. It was sick. But the relationships that we have, you guys, it's gold. It's gold.
Next question?
Next question.
We gotta keep it at 30 seconds.
Guys,
Can I ask a quick question?
Yes, Rob, quick question. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so this is, I'm gonna give you a real life scenario that just happened. So one of my agents, he just came on
So
board.
you gotta I think you gotta get a little closer.
Yeah, get closer, Rob.
Like that they hear
Get closer. And then just speak into the...
So one of my agents, he just came on board. He came on board with his wife. They were studs. They were looking to do a lot right now. They were booking appointments. I was doing the wife's fast start, and they were both there. We're getting the top 25, and I don't know, I couldn't tell that she was getting overwhelmed by it, but she started like crying out of nowhere in there. And they kind of like slowed down right after that, so I think there's a little bit like animosity there. What would you guys do from here to kind of rebuild the relationship on that side? Because I know it's probably tender situation.
So there was animosity because of what? What do you think? It may be a failed business before? Do you think that?
They have a business right now. I don't think the family supports their business.
That's what it is.
Because we're trying to reach out to people they know. I think their family's haters.
That's what it is.
Got it. So they have okay. So they have PTSD with appointments. What I would try to do with someone like that, they're very sensitive already, right? They've probably done this before. I would say, who are the 5 closest people to you? The 5, because I gotta get a win out of them right away,
So they can feel it. Okay.
so they can regain their confidence. So, who's the 5 closest people to you, Rob? And I'm calling them. Hey, Rob just got started. He's in licensing. I need your help. Can you help? And they're gonna give you the appointment just to help. Now, let's say one of them's close, but they're negative Nancy. Do not do that appointment.
Okay.
Do not do that appointment. You've got to get a win under their belt to where, hey, we're going to be able to sit with all types of people, but we're not going to be able to help everybody. But I want to get a win under their belt, so guess what? They feel good about
To
themselves.
build confidence in.
Are they in town or out of town?
They're in El Paso.
They're in El Paso. Damn, you need to put me on the call with them. You know what? I'm from El Paso. You won't believe this. The office I'm working out of right now, he's a co-founder of Corner, born and raised in El Paso. You need to put me on the call with him. Why? They're gonna see another El Pasoan, and they're like, if he can do it, then I can do it. You need to put me on the phone with
Yeah, I
him.
was gonna tell you, yeah, you gotta have somebody else reach out to them or introduce.
Okay.
Yeah, Ron, that's a big one, bro.
Alright guys, so we gotta keep answers to 30 seconds.
Okay, Cedric.
My question is, well, mostly like, because I've seen you guys, your wins with Carlos and Jose, Paul too can answer, but I got to witness Jose when he went on his MD run. When he.
I don't think they can hear you.
When he, can I hear me?
Yeah, hold on,
Yeah.
guys. You can't hear, so she's gonna come and
Yeah.
repeat it.
My question is, I got to see, Jose when he was running for MD, how he had a whole entire team, the deep leg, and then he missed it by about 800 something points, right? And he was like so frustrated, so upset, and then I know Carlos is more calm, cool, and collected, he went literally from like, doing here, doing there, but not the massive amount that you guys have been doing. During those times, how did you guys process it to have that explosion in your guys' business? What was the 1 or 2 things that you guys dedicated yourself to turn your business around? Because now it's like, we all, hierarchy knew who you guys are, but on the company level, now they really know who you are,
So I'll go first. So for me, it was books, the books I read. And me and my wife being on the same page. So the books I read, which are here, Atomic Habits, Building, this one's a new one. This is one we just got, which is pretty good to take care of yourself. But great business teams is one. If you're gonna have a hierarchy, you're gonna have a lot of dysfunctions, a lot of crazy people on your team. And Atomic Habits is for personal. Like, how do I get my habits better?
So let me repeat that for them. So
Yeah.
guys, Zoomers, did you hear that?
So it's gonna be great. So it's books.
So the things that flipped Carlos's business, he started personally developing. So a good personal one for you guys is Atomic Habits. Get that book. And then the other one is Great Business Teams by Tom Hopkins. No, is it by Tom Hopkins?
No, it's by
Howard Gledman.
Yeah.
Okay. But that's so. It basically, Carlos, you're saying it started with you.
Yeah, so it's decision, then to process them, because you're not gonna have someone 24/7.
Yeah.
You're not gonna have someone 24/7 on you. What you're gonna do is, you're gonna process it by reading the books and by obviously your coaches, going to your broker, going to your this, saying, hey, I'm gonna go do X, Y, Z. I've been telling guys, time we're gonna do $250,000 SVP for the last 24 months. And then me and my wife being on the same page, so you're a partner. If you don't have a partner, that means that you and your marketing director. So if it's a guy or a girl, you and your marketing director say, okay, I need to hit these numbers, what's your expectation from me? And then they'll tell you your expectation. Yep.
So like a no matter what, right? Like,
Yep.
okay, cool.
So we knew we were gonna break the record. There's a bunch of stuff to it, but at first it starts with the books you read and the commitment level you're giving the company. Jose, what do you?
Yeah, well, in my case, it is very interesting what happened to Jose Garcia. Very, very interesting. Why? Because I work, since Gaitan sent us over here, by the way, Gaitan sent us over here to die. Marlene told us that straight in my face when I missed the promotion in January. You were laughing with me at your office. Jose, relax, I was ready to quit. So Marlene said, when we hit it finally, she said, we totally thought that you were going to die in business by coming to North Hills. And I said, why did you send us there to die? And she goes, you chose to do that. And I did. I forgot about it. Why? Because one of my biggest agents, which is William Martinez, he couldn't write to Santa Ana because he lives in Lancaster. So I asked William, and he goes, no, Jose, I can't. It's 3 hours driving every day one way. And the other one said, totally great. I asked Marlene, no, Marlene, we're not coming with you. So she took everybody else except Garcia. So I'm here, and we made a commitment with them. I said, let's rally, let's grow. Why did we grow the way we did? Why is it that Selene is mentioning Jose Garcia? Because we saw the office, we saw the space, and the space that we have to grow as team. And you know why was that? Because of these two guys. I almost say that this. They're giving us the opportunity, but this is the biggest commitment I did with myself and my team. We're gonna come to the office, we're gonna respect everybody, that's important. We're gonna respect everybody, and we're gonna pay attention who's a marketing director and give them the respect that they deserve. Good morning, Jose, good morning, Carlos, good morning, Paul. Respect, right? If we respect the office, we respect ourselves, and we respect our goals. We knew that we were going to hit marketing director because we depended on us. How many times Gaitan came over us, we were running, guys? None. Marlene, none. She didn't come. We hit marketing directors, they didn't come. But you know what? I love this couple. Because they taught our team how to not to give up. Garcia, I know you're gonna hear, brother. The day when I missed it for 816 points.
Wow.
816 points. I had license, I had everything. 816 points. This is Gaitan. So Gaitan, could you please find an application so you can get to my trainee so I can get the freaking market director promotion? Okay, buddy.
That's it, buddy.
Keep running. So that's what he said. But he told me by the end of the conversation this. You know, PHP is not gonna give you anything that you don't earn. I mean, you have to work for it. You're gonna kind nice guy, and I'm gonna give you this. 860 points. Marlene could say, Garcia, this is the for you so you can hit it.
Yeah.
Marlene said, oh my God, this is the best conversation I ever had. Wait a minute, are you gonna give an application? No. Keep running. So Carlos told me the dream when he said, keep doing it, brother, because when you become a marketing director this year, in fact, don't hit it February.
Yeah, so don't hit it.
Don't hit it March either. March, if we do January, February, March. Keep working so you can hit the promotion because you're gonna be a marketing director, you're gonna be co-owner, and you're gonna be a watch earner. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
Respect.
So it's crazy. So when I introduce him, I always say he's a broker, co-owner of the company. Every single time I introduce him.
Yes. I'm giving an answer to you, Sally. What happened? When we hit finally our promotion, we came back from big event, everybody got sick from COVID.
Yeah.
And we had only one choice. Well, we had two choices, by the way, I have to be clear. Quit, that was one, or work harder. And guess what we decided to do? Work harder. So we were here, this couple
Good
guys, how many more, Miguel? How many more applications? I was waiting for him to say, here, use this, use that. That was my mentality. Then I said, no, I'm gonna earn it. We kept working. Thanks to the office, thanks to everybody. Sally, you were a big part of it. Olmer, such a big part of my business because when he joined to help me, it was a game over. So we made it happen finally. Which book did I suggest you to read? I would suggest you to read your own book. Who are you? Who were you? The way you're acting, the way you're talking, the way you're walking, the way you're saying things. Are you telling unconsciously the person that is not performing that you don't need him? No. you love everybody. You care for everybody. You talk positive words to everybody. I didn't have this, Jose, great, let's do it next time. Where did I get that from? My coach, Jose Gaetan. Finally, right now, we're on a run. We have 8 apps, 9 apps. I'm gonna close another 3 today. I don't know if I will, but I will, positive. I'm gonna close them, but what it took us to the next level was personal performance. Without forgetting, very important, personal performance, without forgetting that even the smallest agent in our team is gonna take me to the next level. That's totally what we did. And I'm following examples now for the 65 grand a month. That guy right there with black, Carlos Medrano, made it. And I'm gonna get together with him. I'm gonna earn his time. I'm not asking him to get together with me. He has to see my numbers in the system. But wait a minute, Carlos, not only recruits, not only apps, not only points, but cash flow.
Yeah.
Cash flow is, because if we put a lot of numbers in the system, but our cash flow is very low, guys, I'm sorry, you can say whatever you want to say, but it doesn't work that way. So meaning recruiting and promoting, recruiting and promoting, recruiting and promoting. And that's what we're gonna
Last
do.
question on Zoom.
Last question, Summers. Maybe I need to unplug this.
It's
If you
Yeah,
want-
yes, maybe the chat, look at the chat.
I mean, they can talk. They
Go ahead, guys.
Okay, guys, Summers, unmute yourself on any question. You cannot
You're
hear?
muted, Jose. We can't hear you.
Yeah, plug the mic back in.
No.
Hold on. I think that's the only way this works.
No.
They can't hear you.
But we're not gonna hear that later.
Hold on, once.
Summers, can you tag somebody and see if he can listen to you? You see, she's tagging. So any questions that you might have?
No, you say the last question.
Last question.
Last question.
Will be for Zoom.
Hold on, Vanessa. Okay? Okay, Vane?
Can't hear you.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
Unplug the microphone.
It's unplugged.
It's
We
unplugged.
can hear you.
Yes, go for it.
My question is, you're going for your 90-day run and you're pretty new as a CFT, so you don't have as many clientele to follow up to see if there's something to renew, when it comes to like you're trying to work on your points, because you need a lot of points. You're trying to hit your run if you're in that situation. What other option besides, because I've seen a lot of people hit the MDs from going there with follow-ups, but if you don't have that option, what's another way? What's the other ways of
Easy, you ready?
go for the
Go.
No.
getting more of that numbers when it's like last minute? We can't hear you.
Okay, can you hear now? Can you hear now, Vanessa? Okay, so one, what we always say, you've gotta go wide.
Yes.
You've gotta go wide. That's number one. Because if you're running out of stuff, it's because you don't have an inventory. You don't have people. Okay? So one, going wide. Number two, internal consumption. Maybe someone started, they quit, sign and die, right? You call those people, maybe the business wasn't for them, but you get an app. You protect their family. And let me tell you, this is the script you're using. Vanessa, I know we got started, maybe this wasn't your thing, but you found value in what we do for families, right? Is your family protected? No, they're not. Can we get you protected at least? At the minimum, can we get you protected? Internal consumption is gonna help you a lot, okay? So going wide, internal consumption, and then the last one, Vanessa, is people you have influence over. A best friend, a niece, a nephew. Hey, are you protected? A relative. Hey, are you protected? Very simple to your family. Are you protected if something happens? I care about you. Are you protected? Those are 3 channels, but the biggest one is going wide. So I'm gonna let who else go, cause I have an appointment.
Is that it?
Now Carlos is gonna answer.
I think the same thing. I think we've all had a recruit or a business partner that we had in the past, or app or an application. You could always go back to them for referrals. Even if you sold one app, you could always go back to them for referrals and say, hey, I have a referral page for all my clients this month. We're giving gift cards. I don't know, think of something that fits your budget on one you can give them to get clients. And anyone that's a business partner in the past that got started but didn't fully finish, that's an also person you could always call. Kind of like the referral cards. Hey, who do you know? I know at the time I know at the time you can't juggle two things at one time because of your kids, family. Who else do you know? Who else do you know? Who else do you know? And I would even do that with your own team right now. Hey, who else have we helped out before but didn't go through? I would look at all the dead lists and make them renew. Good questions, guys. But other than that, that's our time. We want to make sure we went till 11:30. A lot of value. I know most of you guys have phone zones still. I know most of you guys still have events, locations. Some of you guys are in different states. Obviously, we're going to be here in North Hills. We're having our potluck, and we're doing a phone zone right afterwards. But kudos to you for making it. I love seeing the winners always making sure that they're at events just like this. And I know, and I guarantee you, most of you guys, that if you say working on your business, you guys will make 100, 250, 350 like it's just automated as you level up, because Game of Inches in the book Atomic Habits, it says when you grow 1% every month, that's 12%. If you go 12% for 5 years, it's 120%. So it's just an automatic thing that'll happen if you keep on growing by inches by inches. Other than that, guys, that's our time. I'll see you guys throughout the week. See you guys soon. Bye-bye. One last question. All right, guys, beautiful. I know some of you guys still gotta go get your items for your potluck.
I brought everything. I've been up since 5:30 a.m.
I have to get some.
Tres, you say tres?
Can you email
You
me?
say casamiento
Yeah.
también?
Thank you so much.
Well, not the end.
Have you guys tried tinga?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's
Okay,
good.
I made it with lots of love.
Yo, what did you